Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs, and we're here with TRD John at the 2024 SEMA in the Toyota booth. We've got our new Land Cruiser 250 here. We just kind of want to do a brief overview on it and just talk about a few things on it, and wanted to share some of that stuff with John and all of you guys. Did a set of 360 lights here in the front. We tried to use a lot of the factory bumper design up to the front here. We wanted to bring the ground clearance up. We brought the ground clearance up, and then what we were able to do is we were able to get the skid plate on a nice angle back, so it actually is functional. And then we were able to take the skid plate from the front, and we're able to run it all the way back to the rear axle on this truck. And you can see all the fasteners and stuff and how they interlock on all the skid plates on the front of this truck. They just all interlock together. And then we try to use all the gold fasteners all the way around the truck. You can see down here we billet machined these lower control arms and then also the upper control arms, and that was to allow for the 8 inches over on the truck, on the width of the truck.
Holy smokes, dude.
Then we had Fox build some custom shocks for it, some 3.0s that we're able to build for this truck, and the shocks here, and then remote reservoirs up front, fin reservoirs with adjusters on them as well.
All color matched too.
Some little detail things, like we wanted to do the Toyota emblem through the front, and then we wanted to do like the hexagon or octagon design.
Right.
And then we put the camera back in here, but if you look in close, you can see up in the front here, we've got our name, Westcott Designs in the A.
But if you
stand back, you can't see it, but when you're up close, you can really see it.
I didn't even notice that at first.
Yeah, so little stuff like that. We've got our signature bottle openers in the front of there.
It's not as many as the Sequoia.
Not as many as the Sequoia. No, we made sure that there wasn't a corner that was missed on the Sequoia, for sure. On the sides, you can see we took all of the factory body moldings and everything. We reincorporated it back into the truck, so we're able to keep a nice line. We're able to fit everything in the way it was from the factory. 4 inches over on the truck basically starts from here, and it goes all the way out to here. So we extended the truck from here. So we even extended the hood. We've actually, this isn't such a severe ramp here. It's more gradual here, and it comes out to the fenders.
You guys added stuff to the hood
too? We actually brought the hood, and the hood actually folds over the fender inside here, so we're able to do that.
Holy crap.
And then you can see this is the factory body line, and we wanted to tie the factory body line into this line here, and we added this upper line here just so it gave it a little bit more bold appearance.
Is this painted, or is it still the wrap that
So this whole truck is painted, and as you know, this is the second build on this truck. We did the first one in the Moab 2.0, which was our functional production roof rack and ladder and ditch lights. We went up to a 6-inch light here in front of the mirror, and you can see on the back of the light, it's kind of contoured here. And then as far as our light bar goes, we kind of wanted to keep it so it was real streamlined looking, and it fits down in the track there in the groove.
This is low, too.
We got it tight. We got it really tight. And then we machined all the mounts for this, just because it's such a heavy light bar. We wanted to make sure it was super secure. And then in the middle, it has an actuator, so when we're projecting out the light out in the distance, we can actually change how far out that light is.
Cool.
It's based on speed.
Okay.
So really cool. Try to tie everything in here, like the black, the gloss, all the gloss door handles. So everything kind of going this way. We did it in gloss, the mirrors, caps, everything gloss, and then the satin paint. You know, it was one of those things we had to paint the truck, and it was because it was so last minute getting this truck done. We literally finished it the day before it got here. Actually, we finished it as they were picking it up on the transport. And actually, we did some touch-up things here at the show with it. So
Chris was telling me you guys were doing some stuff yesterday.
Yeah, we were still doing some stuff here today.
When I was seeing it for the first time before you were pointing out all this stuff to me, I was noticing just how OEM looking this is. Like to someone that doesn't know, even the fender and the hood, I had no idea that you did the hood.
Yeah.
Like it looked completely stock, which is just crazy. How
and then use all the factory clips down through the doors here, through the moldings down here, through the moldings back here.
And then this is all different
and that's all extended out.
To go up.
The shocks all run up into the cab. And then this was a quick fill gas fill here. There we took the design again, that's in the grill, kind of incorporated into the side here. So they may have a quick fill tank to go in here, so it forces into the fuel cell very quickly. And then
it
the
goes
fuel
straight down. So this is
goes
obviously
straight,
it's all functional. There's no Bluetooth gas fill here like other
goes directly down into the fuel cell down underneath the truck. And then we built the fuel cell and everything. We actually used the factory Toyota sending unit, all the factory sensors, all the lines. We redid all the wiring harness.
This thing integrated all the parking stuff.
And then even underneath with the with all the emission stuff, we kept all that stuff in the truck, and we built a case for it to be up underneath, but it looks OEM.
How
like
big's
it's super clean.
How big's the fuel tank, do you think?
It's only 25 gallons.
Well, that's still more than the 17 the Land Cruiser came with.
But, and then you can really see how much was added to the car out the back here.
It's
and then
thick.
really like up in here from the taillight out on how far outside there. And then most people don't realize, but underneath the taillight here, they have that plastic piece.
Correct, yeah.
And then it stops like right in here.
Right.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to extend the fender as far down as we could, so then it made the appearance of the bumper not being as tall.
I got
So,
you.
because the frame hangs down, the lowest point of the frame's here, so wanted to try to capitalize on trying to get the bumper as thin and streamlined as possible across the back of the truck.
Sense.
And then even the body line here. We built this body line here, and that's to tie into the rear hatch when the hatch is closed, but it carries all the way around the side of the car. But we're able to make it look like it was almost factory.
That's crazy, dude.
So, and then even the plastic here, this is factory plastic. We trimmed the stuff off the back of it, bottom of it, so when it was on the bumper, it just even was nice and clean across the back.
I think because it just goes down a little
Correct.
bit more, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's correct. And then it actually comes out. Our friends, the mounting company, we were able to get their mount put up in here, and we designed a mount that goes down into the holes on the spare tire. Super secure, built, designed, but it looks clean. You're able to put some gear in there. You got your fire extinguisher here. You still got the storage under the floor in the back. Full roll cage. The roll cage is removable, so we jointed the whole thing so we could get it in and out if need be.
Dang.
But all the way from front to back, you basically work your way from the back to the front, or from the front to the back when you're installing it.
That's cool. I saw that up front, just how clean the cut is too, like going through the speakers and the dash and everything.
Yeah, down in, ties in down in there underneath the dash. And then we TIG welded the whole thing, so we double passed it. We just had to take our time on it just because we obviously didn't want the material. We actually built fixtures to build this thing after we built it in the truck, then we tacked it together in the truck, and then we welded on the bottom side in the truck, and then we had to pull it all back out to weld the top side. So that's kind of the other reason why we was either that or we had to cut the roof off the truck. And we felt like this was probably the best way to put it in the truck.
Do you think that you're going to scrub up here at all?
So our whole suspension was set up. We set up so at full bottom out, the bump cans stop before it hits there. We designed it all to work with that.
Cool.
So it has tons of droop, and then on upward travel, the bump cans come in early to help slow down the rate of upward travel, and then get it stopped before it ever hits that. And then we're able to adjust the coilovers through the back here.
Right.
And you can see all the gold buttons in the fenders down here as well.
What are the trailing arms made out of? Are those
They're all aluminum. They're all billet aluminum. They're 52 inches long. They're about 80 pounds a piece.
That's freaking thick.
So so the factory ones are like 32 inches or 28 inches. And so we did is we took them almost up into the driver's door and the passenger door up to the front, so we could have that additional travel.
Wow. And then what was that?
This right here is our
switch?
power switch. So on and off here, and then if we need to jump the vehicle here, we can do that, or we can plug in here if we need an external power outside.
That's all tied to the starter
all tied
battery?
in the whole back. Yep.
The interior's sick too. I mean, 3-seater, so everyone has a view and stuff. I mean, you have to because the shock tower's coming through the top.
And then all the floor pans. We built all the floor pans to match in the truck. And you can see all the stitching we did back in the factory door panels. And then all the stitching in the seats.
Is this new material or just new stitching?
Just new stitching. So we used all the factory material here. We used all new material on the seats, but we matched all the factory material on the seats, even the perforation on the seats. We matched all that too.
Wow.
So
yeah, because this feels the exact same as those seats.
Yep. Cool little features we did with it.
It's a very luxury style pre-runner, which I love.
Absolutely. John's probably going to do another video himself with this thing.
Yeah,
just kind of did a little overview on it, and obviously maybe it was a long overview because I like to talk a lot and I talk really long.
Jeff shows me all the Easter eggs, which I love to see.
So thanks so much for watching.